Hello everybody, welcome to my shop. My name is Stephen Cox. So, one thing that every single mechanic should have in their toolbox, and it's not a tool. You really need to have a set of these on your truck, in your toolbox, at home, in your garage, because they will save you an incredible amount of time from going all the way to the store, trying to see if they have the right gasket. Now in today's age, you can't find parts. Parts are all 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks or months out, including something as simple as a carb gasket. So, what is it? I've had this set for a little while, but it's a set of gasket material from Felpro. Now this comes with 4 different types in it. It comes with one cork rubber sheet, comes with another cork rubber sheet that's a 1/16 of an inch, comes with a rubber cellulose sheet, which is this blue one, and it comes with a rubber fiber sheet, which is going to be this black one. So 2 corks, 1 blue, and 1 rubber. Now, if you read on the instructions right here, it tells you which ones are which. These 3, the 2 cork ones and the black gasket material, is used for oil, coolant, gasoline. You can use them for coolant, I think. It'd be fine. It's kind of a catch-all gasket. The blue one is only for coolant. If you're doing like a thermostat housing gasket or a water pump or something, keep this on hand. Now, the reason that you need this on hand, in my opinion, and especially if you are a field service tech, if it's a simple gasket like a thermostat housing, and it's debatable, you could just use some RTV on your thermostat gasket or a water pump and it's fine. I've done it in the past and it's worked. But every now and then you get a surface that is so badly misshaped, typically like a thermostat housing gasket. It needs a little more thickness to it in order to take up that gap and sustain the constant heat cycles of it, the materials expanding and contracting. This stuff is really easy to use. Just get your sheet out, try to match up the thickness, take your gasket. In this case, it's gonna be some carburetor gaskets. You're gonna lay it on your sheet just like that. Now try to line up whatever the longest straight edge on the gasket is. This one looks straight right here, but it's got a little bit of a hump to it, so we could cut that out, but I'm not going to. So line it up like that. You can tell I've already traced out my gasket. Use a pen, trace it all out. I've got 2 gaskets. I went ahead and traced that one out. And then there's a couple of different ways you can accomplish this next part. If you have a hole punch set, great. You use it, you punch a hole there, there, and there. Oh, looks like I missed a hole. Man, I never miss holes. I'm real good at hitting them. I got 2 kids to prove it. You can use a hole punch to punch those out. Now, in hindsight, I'm actually gonna order a hole punch set. And if you guys want a hole punch set, know what I'm talking about, look down in the description, click on that link, go over to Amazon and pick you one up. Basically, it looks like a little, looks kind of like a letter punch. It looks sort of like that. They come in different various sizes and they're hollow in here. It's where you put them down on that, you smack it with a hammer and it cuts a perfect hole in whatever your material you're trying to use. Since I don't have that on hand right now, all I'm going to do is a razor blade. Now you don't want to use a drill bit to try to drill these out. This is very soft material. All that you're going to accomplish with that is it's just going to tear the entire piece up. Take your razor blade and just slowly cut out each one of your holes. And do the small holes first because it's easier to hold this whole sheet like this than it is a little bitty gasket. And when you start, just score the surface and then just work yourself around, taking off a little bit at a time. And the one thing about this gasket material is it is time consuming, especially if you have to cut out this stuff with a razor. But it's gonna take you less time to cut this gasket out like this than it is to go down to the parts store and buy one, or worse, have to freaking order one. Once you score the surface, you can actually dig the razor blade all the way down and then start punching through it a little bit and cut. There you go. You got a hole. Now, if you have a hole punch, it'll come out looking just like it did from the factory. It'll have a very nice edge around the outside. When you do it with a razor blade, it's going to look a little rough, but it's going to do absolutely nothing to our functionality or running or anything. So you're really not concerned about it. Go ahead and repeat the process for all the rest of the holes, and then once I get done with that, I'll show you how to cut the rest out. Okay, I got my 2 gaskets. Took me all about maybe 10-15 minutes. Now guys, I completely understand that this is not the best use of your time if you have the parts on hand. There are some gaskets that are more complicated and you're just not going to be able to make by hand. I can tell you in a pinch, I watched my dad pull a water pump off of his Ford pickup, take a spiral notebook, take the dividers, the manila dividers, use those dividers, trace out the water pump on it, cut it out by hand, use Elmer's glue, glue 3 of them together to get the thickness right, stick them on the truck, and it worked fine. So you can make gasket material out of a lot of stuff. Now, I wouldn't suggest you go grabbing notebooks and making gaskets out of it. You know, in a bind, keep the stuff in your truck. Especially if you're a field mechanic. If you're a field mechanic, one of your most important things to do is mitigate downtime for your customer. If you can figure out how to mitigate downtime, meaning get it back up and going as fast as humanly possible for them, they're gonna swamp you with work because nobody does that. There's not a shop out there that's real concerned about downtime for their customers, or most shops aren't. And even field techs, when they work for companies, they get a little lethargic sometimes, and they'll run out, they'll diagnose something, go back, pick up the parts, come back, or order the parts, come back in a couple of weeks. Oh, I forgot this part, go back. And as a field mechanic, you're usually charging miles. I charge $3.50 a mile when I go out, and guys like Caterpillar, Kirby Smith, the big shops, they're charging $6 to $7 an hour, guaranteed minimums, driver seat time. So hell, to get a guy to come out, I think Holt Cat or Kirby Smith here, just to come out and work 1 hour, it's going to cost you around $1,200. I think $800 to $1,200 just straight off the top. This entire pack costs you $9. It's not going to break the bank. Keep a couple of packs. You can actually get this material in roll form if you need even larger material. Rubber fiber sheet, this black one, you can get it in different thicknesses, different lengths, different widths, whatever floats your boat. When I was really blowing going in the field service work, I'd have rolls of this stuff on hand, and I would constantly make gaskets. I also kept O-ring selections, and I'd keep a little O-ring manufacturing kit where you actually can splice O-rings together. That way, when I'm on site, whatever I needed on hand, I had on hand and just build it. Get the customer's machine, vehicle, whatever, back up and going. The only other suggestion I have to you guys, if you're gonna buy this, get a gallon size Ziploc bag and stick this in a Ziploc bag. It comes in this Martha Stewart grade packaging, and once you open this stuff, if you get grease, dirt, water on it, it can make it a really pain in the butt to use to keep it in a gallon bag. If you do end up clicking the link and down in the description, so if you do end up clicking the link down in the description and buying this, once you click that link, it takes you over to Amazon. I end up getting a small commission for directing traffic over to Amazon. It's about 5 to 7%, and in this case, it's probably about 4.8% or something. It does not mark it up. This stuff's $10 or $9.78, I think. To say if it's $10 even, you pay $10, and my commission ends up coming off of that, not adding it to yours. And a good way to help me out, help out the channel, is even if you guys aren't buying this, go ahead and click on that link, go over to Amazon, and then go up to the search bar, order whatever you're gonna buy. Since that link directed you over to Amazon, I will get a commission to that sale. Doesn't matter what you put in your cart at that point. Long as you click that link before you go over there, I get 5 to 7% of that sale. And it's an excellent way to help out the channel. It's one of my favorite ways to get commission because I'm not asking you guys for cash. I'm not trying to sell you stuff. It's stuff that you already want and need, and it helps out. I'll also put a link down in the description for the hole punch set that I'm gonna buy in order, so I have it on hand. I've been meaning to buy one for years, and I never remember until I'm out in the field having to build a damn gasket. I hope you guys liked the video. If you got any tips, tricks, or anything about gasket material or building your own gaskets, put them down in the comments below. I spoke about that O-ring splicing kit, and as soon as I have a job where I actually need to use it, I will make a video about it. Hope you liked the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe something, and get out and fix something, guys.